Hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, we would just like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Now,
Hello, my sunflowers. We're live. We figured why not? Not too many people will see us anyway. So we figured we'll clown and we'll just be clowns, but we'll be our true selves tonight. And that is witches. Although we are good witches.
Yes,
we are very, very good witches. So you say, well, why do good witches wear black? Because the power is in the darkness.
I love that.
So anyway, we love Halloween. And the reason why we love Halloween, and if I could speak for you,
Yes.
is because it is the beginning of autumn. Like you're really feeling it. You know things are getting ready to die away and other things are getting ready to spur, like mold. So you know every season has its journey. And so when you look at seasons, you look at them like life challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that when I'm going through the fall, I already know I'm going to feel sleepy. I already know I'm going to feel heavy. I already know the days are going to be so long. So what I do in that time, that's the time I begin to plant. I begin to plan in my mind. We used to write things and put them in a cactus plant we had.
That's true.
But somehow we grew old and got busy and it just became a thing of the past.
Mm-hmm.
But now what I do is I plant in my mind. Like I am my own creator. I can create. You can say whatever you want. But it's got to be coming from within you. You got to be the one who's doing it. So I am my own creator. I want to remodel the outside of my house, and I want some trees cut down, and I want baby Crone to go all the way to be a doctor, but that's not for me to ask. But that's what I wish for. But as far as this house, I see it beautiful, and just give me the mind to create it. That's what I want. Oh, and also good health. Very good health this year. No bad news. Yes, I speak that over myself. I speak that in myself. This is harvest time. I can plant this seed. I am healthy. I am whole. I am happy. I am loved. I plant those seeds in me right now. Woo! And like a tree, I'm beginning to rise. But oh. The crystal balls must speak. Hello? Hello? Oh, what? No. Crystal says, many of you are listening and saying humbug. Many of you are out there saying, this is so evil. Many of you are saying, this is Satan. And in the name of Jesus, I'll cast you out. And it's so funny because nowadays you got to look a little closer. See, you say, oh, here she go. See, nowadays you can't know a man from a woman.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
There are women that look better than me. I can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
They talk like me. They walk like me. Oh, and there are men. What do you call them? Men. What do we call? We call the gay women that look like men. That look literally. And you can't tell them. They sound like them. They act like them.
Yes.
And you know, they're not even all short.
No.
They got muscles and buff like them. Oh, my God.
Yes.
See? I told you. Look closer. So planting those seeds, look closer at what you're planting. This is harvest time. What is the moon, baby Crone?
Yes. We look that
Baby Crone didn't do her homework. Baby Crone didn't do her homework.
The moon phase today
is... tonight, honey.
Sorry. Yes, you are.
Because the moon is always shining.
Yes, it is.
And it's always moving.
As I had thought, it is a waning crescent, which means we are getting dark or almost dark.
And that means the things that you sink under the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the things that you bury, the things that you want to bring forth. Now, you don't want to sink no dead body. Why not? Because you don't want that body coming following you. You don't want to speak no negativity at this time. That's for another season, not this season. This season is for planting for crops you're eating, crops that your soul needs. This is this season. So yes, and the moon is right, because in another day, or so how many days we have to wait before it is fully dark?
Let's see. I want to say November 2nd.
I want to know what day it is. Tomorrow is Friday, so that'll be November the 1st.
It is tomorrow.
Oh, so you better hurry. Choo, 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 choo. Choo, 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 choo. You only have now in 24 hours. Choo, choo, hurry. Scoop, scoop, scoop. My little munchkins. Slip, slip, slip. My little chickens. You have not been forgotten. Go, go. Do, 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 do. Go make haste. And come back. Mm-hmm. But as Cinderella, you must be back before it's dark. When the sun no longer shines, you must be back before it's dark. Well, what happened? What would happen? What will happen is your things will rot out, just like the manna fell from the heavens when they said, do not eat the next day. It is no good for you. You eat it. And it is like a fungi. So if you eat it, it's like something that will cling to you and cling to your mouth, and you'll grow into a mushroom. So you don't want to eat it, nor let's touch it. It looks slimy. You ever seen a mushroom just wither up before it gets hard and die? Well, it's like that, but it's white and mushy. I don't know, but I can make it up.
Yes, you can.
I can make it up. It's up to you what you want it to be. I figured out fungi, because when I think of fungus, I itch. Wrong. I itch. If I say fungus enough, we'll all start itching, right? Yes. So that's why I said fungi. But then again, that has to deal with one of my ancestors, or someone of my nan who's making me itch. Her name is called Itchy. So she likes to say, hello. Really, she can't really speak because her tongue was chewed off. So she can only talk like that. But I speak for her. So What is her name? What do we? Her name is Itchy. Mm-hmm. So now, with that being said, any good things coming on today? We are planting our seeds. You will be back here before dusk, and you will. Why? Because when you come back, that meant you done your work. You planted your stuff. You got what you wanted. You was hasting, and you planted. Mm-hmm. So that means you got back here just before the sun go down. Because why? Just like when Jesus came, it was turned dark. It had to be dark, and the blood had to be put on your door. So that's why you were in the house. Or you're in the ark. Okay, you say I'm mixing a lot of stories up. You're right. But it makes sense. That's all that matters, right? Mm-hmm. We like to listen to nursery rhymes, right? I know I do. Well, I don't even know if they do nursery rhymes anymore.
I don't
like
think so.
Humpty Dumpty Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king horses and all the king men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. As a little girl, I would be like, Humpty Dumpty.
These are terrible stories to tell the kids. I think that's why they don't make them anymore.
My mom said he was an egg. And I said, Humpty. Until she cracked it in a pan and let me see we're going to eat it. And that just cured me of Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, okay. So you ate Humpty Dumpty.
I was eating Humpty. Like when you eat an egg, you're eating Humpty Dumpty. So when she cooking an egg, here, look. And I realized Humpty Dumpty. She told me it was an egg, but now I eat Humpty.
Sometimes you just need a visual.
A visual. You want to stop eating eggs over Humpty Dumpty when you've been eating eggs all along? You're not making, What do you tell a 5-year-old? So anyway, but this is my last one, but I'm not going to say it. But the last one is the little boy Blue. What's that? No. Jack and Jill, who came and fell and busted his head. Jack got seizures. That's just terrible. Because they said what they say, he
God.
fell down and broke his crown.
Yes.
Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. See what I'm saying? That ain't right.
No, it ain't right.
So anyway, that's funny. So anyway, let's getting back to the get back.
Yes. Somebody did say Happy Halloween, guys.
Yes,
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yes. And this person also said they had a request if you could do an ESP today.
What would they like in ESP? This is why the crystal ball. What is it? What would you like to know?
That's a good question.
Can she speak?
Oh, no. They had left a comment in the
yes,
chat.
Yes. When you see them, just say, of course. That's it. You don't even have to ask. Well, of course she would. Of course we're not busy. We do this because we like to.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we enjoy it. And nevertheless, it'll get its views when it gets its views.
Yes,
but I'm learning we just keep poop, 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 pooping along, pooping along, poop, poop. So what we're going to talk about. So anyway, let's get talking about something. Let's talk about Ray J.
Oh, well, before we moved into the news, did you want to talk about our day today?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, yes. Today of a good day for me. I feel so proud of me. And the reason why, because me was feeling very good about myself today. Like, you know how some days you just feel extra kind. You just feel generous in spirit. You just feel like you want to just do something, but you don't know you want to do something. You just feel like a jumping jack, like a bean. Instead of feeling grumpy, you just feel overly good that day. The sun is shining. You getting your vitamin D. Your body probably was soaking it up. And then you was like, woo, you felt grounded. And then you felt all happy and googly woogly. And then you get to where you're going. And then you realize you get in the building and the elevator is not working. Mm-hmm. So you got mobs of people waiting for the elevator. Now you have mobs of people waiting for the elevator. Now, because you can tend to be a germaphobe, me. It's just too many breaths. Ooh, see, I can't think about it. So, and this was even before COVID. I would just take my coat. It's just a germaphobe. And I don't do anything, but it knocks the smell, especially if people eating garlic or onions. It's just too much to live through. So anyway, and then when I was saying it, because I'm like, this is a lot of people. I don't want to offend anybody. So I don't know, because,
Yeah, people are funny like that.
So then I said, I'm going to just go to steps. And then someone says, no, you can't go to steps because you got to go outside, go around and go to steps. It's bad, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I get up to the step. I get up to the floor. I get my shot, come back down. But no, before I come down, there's this old lady. She's just there, poor thing. And everybody was making haste, finding their way out. And when I went to push the elevator a couple of times, she was like, it doesn't work. And I'm like, I says, okay. But at that moment, those jumping jack beans, I still never felt angry or mad. See what happens when you get that good old vitamin D?
That's true.
Wouldn't even, any day I would have been like, it wouldn't have been that I ignored that lady. I wouldn't have seen her because I would have been too into me, trying to go where I want to go, trying to do what I want to do because I'm feeling myself. That's why I wouldn't have seen her if it was yesterday or the day before. You understand? It wasn't that the lady was never there. I just wouldn't have seen her because I wouldn't have been looking in her direction. But because I had all this vitamin D juice, I was feeling all good about myself. She came to me. She didn't come to me like, hey, lady, can you help me? She was just weeping and she sounds so frantic. And then I began to say, what if that was me? I felt that she was lost, but she was like, I gotta go down. I can't take the elevator. I have to go down the steps. She's an old lady. She's probably like 90, something like that. I have to go down the elevator. I tell you, if this is a sneeze, this is definitely a bell that I just got good grace. That's what I feel. It went away. But if I sneeze, what would that be? I got a ding. So anyway, let me sneeze. So anyway, I help her and I just felt moved. You ever felt moved? Well, anyway, I felt so moved and I took her and guarded myself and got her down the steps. When I got her all the way down to the steps where we go, and when she saw the light, because other people was running, like I told you, because I saw it in the spirit. But it was so weird because two people said, that was a beautiful thing you did. They were going on their way, but they noticed it. They didn't do it, but they noticed it. One rushed to get by me. That was so nice of you. That was a beautiful thing. Now, I hate to use color, but they were white women, and this was a white woman. I hate to use color. I really do, because it make in the world we live in. You're like, are they saying, look at that black woman helping that white woman? Is this driving Miss Lazy? I don't know. You know what I'm saying. But I like to think positive because I am mixed blood. I don't feel either way. So for me, I just look at it and I just take the baby down. Like I take her down like a baby, like she is mine, like she is my great great grandmama I didn't meet. Oh, cause she there. I just don't know her. So I just lower her down. And when we get to the bottom, now I'm worried because I'm in an unfamiliar place because they done took me to a side of the building. I don't know where I am. So, and because I like baby Crone to drive me to the allergist because I never know if I'm going to have a reaction. So I said, drive me. So anyway, I come and I look, see no one. I go this way. I said, oh, there it is. That's the opening. And she said, oh, you found it. Now I'm worried. I said, do you need to sit down? And she's like, yes, but no, I can go. And she says, oh, she's talking to her husband on the phone. Oh, weeping. Thank you, this nice, beautiful girl. What's your name? Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, we're walking. And we gets there. And then I runs. I say, stay right here. And then I saw the car. And I was like, whoo. And that's what they met each other. And she started trying to run fast. And he ran to her. And I said, here's your bundle of love. And he was like, oh, thank you. They spoke some kind of foreign language. And he gave me this chocolate candy bar. And I wanted to say, no, I don't even eat chocolate like that anymore. But I said, thank you. And I took the chocolate bar. I said nothing. And they was like, that's all we have to give you is this chocolate bar. And I'm thinking, is this your last meal? Is it, nope. My mind said, take that chocolate bar and eat it. So we had the chocolate bar, and baby Crone going to eat it.
Yes, baby Crone will eat it.
I would be still sitting it in the refrigerator. Be careful how you throw it because I love chocolate, but I can't eat one piece and be satisfied. I can't. So anyone who wants me to go ESP on them,
yes,
you go at your own risk, my darling. It is Halloween. Welcome.
Yes.
Into Halloween. Oh, don't act like you have never heard a Halloween song. Come on in. Call.
Yes. Also, firstly,
you have to call though. I am not going to torment baby Crone by reading all those. What it tastes like. Was it love? Look at that. Take that dark chocolate with almonds. And I love dark chocolate. What it tastes like. Put it down before you melt it with your warm hand. You think you can eat this? We're eating candy for you. Halloween.
Yes, on Halloween. It is good.
So what else can we talk about? So anyway, you all, what?
I want you to read some comments.
Oh, please.
Yes, I will. First off, all in the cards. Said Mama Crone, love that crystal ball.
Yes, darling. Just for you. That's my sister.
Yes, and then she also said, baby Crone, love that hat. Thank you.
Yes, darling. Yes, we got on our magical gear.
Yes. Now, the person who wanted an ESP, this is actually a very good one. I actually like the sound of this one. They want to know if you can channel Eve.
Evil.
From the Bible.
Okay, let me tell you this. It is going to be very difficult for me to channel Eve because I don't believe in Eve. Now, let me tell you this. It's not that I don't believe in Eve. I don't believe in Eve as you see Eve. See, I am Eve. I am the beginning. I am. I am human. I am flesh. I was created. I am Eve. So it is impossible for me to look at Eve when I am looking at Eve. You are Eve. Mm-hmm. How did you become Eve? Because you came from me, my darling. Mm-hmm. And then I created an Eve. Mm-hmm. So we are Eve. Yes. You, oh my God.
Yes, you came from an Eve.
You come from an Eve. So we are all Eve. What is Eve? Feminine energy. So it is hard for me to pull up Eve. Give me something else. Too easy.
Okay. But could you do, however, answer the question, well, I guess if you don't believe in Eve.
Think about it. She still want me to go there?
Well, she was wondering if you could tell see if it was like Eve's fault for why her and Adam's life changed. Since they blamed
Oh, my
Eve.
heart is palpitating. It is not that. What was the question?
Yes. Want to know if it really was her fault as to why her and Adam's life changed forever.
I would like to say, tonight, it is Halloween. I may be several personalities tonight, so I may say things that are very offensive, but I will not use profanity, not on purpose. But I may say something and call you stupid or pinhead. Please forgive me and the spirits that are coming through me. If you don't think you can handle that, bugger off. See, I've already been that way. So I'm already pumped and I'm in mine. But nevertheless, you want me to go to Eve. You want me, no, not Eve. First of all, I don't believe it. It's just a story. It's a book of history, of somebody writing something that is eons and eons and eons and old. And so it goes down from generation to generation to generation to generation, and to boom, it lands on you to a whole new language, because English come from England. And so we had to start a new English, our own language, our own way, our own traditions in the United States of America. So you got that to look at only in this part of the world. Now the world is big, and that word has gone out all over the world. But we're just one part. So you only have one part and one understanding of it, because that is what you was taught. You was taught that Eve and Adam, they sinned. What if you just had to switch it all around and say, okay, what if I had to put it to a modern day and go, and I said, I'm in assimilation. I was created. I was created to be woman. I was taken from man. We are put in this garden to see what we are going to do. How well are we going to pay attention and follow directions? And we was told that me, old serpent over there, he would glisten with gold. And he was so beautiful. And we couldn't help it. Oh, Adam, and he was with me. And we skimpered. Because we looked at him. We were as one. See, there was an Eve before me. She was a hothead. You didn't hear me? She was a hothead. That's what the story is. But like anything else, there are many stories. Back into character. So we simper over there, and this this being, he was so beautiful. He was of light. He was the most magnificent thing you ever saw in your life. It was like he moved everything within me. And for the first time, I looked at my husband looked at me, and we looked at the serpent and we said, why? Why do you look like you and we look like we? He said, because your freedom was taken away. You really have been here forever. But they took you and made you a slave. And they took your mind. And they altered you. And so now that we did that, you are no longer a slave. You was never a slave. But they created you, but they realized that you was a humanoid. And that you can think, and that you can feel, and that you can love, and you can hate, and you can fight and be brutal. And when they saw the magnificent work they did, the Elohims, the gods or the aliens, and when they saw the work, they was like, oh my God, like working in a laboratory. They was like, oh my God. But it was too late because they got to get rid of the atoms. The first and the no, there were many atoms, and I told you there was an Eve and an Eve. We were procreating. Just like Samson, just like they did Samson. You see, but nevertheless, they scampered us out, and so they threw us in the darkness as a punishment. But that's okay, because we had Lucifer. What do you mean? He was an angel of what? Let me hear it. Let me light there. Isn't that what he said? Mm-hmm. But why would your God want you to suffer in horror and darkness? And why would Lucifer want you to be free and make a decision for you? Well, that is what happened. I'm going to tune out now. Boop. That's the story. You don't have to like it, but that's the story. You pushed me. I said I didn't believe, but now you have another way to look at it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You see, what I've learned in life, especially when you have been deceived. And first of all, especially a lot of white people, I'm always shocked about white people. And look, forgive me, but I'm speaking for the white part of me, okay? This is not coming from the black part of me. This is coming from the white part of me, okay? And I know it is because I checked my blood on this YouTube channel. So my blood spoke for me, so it made me a believer, okay? Am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
I'm speaking from that part alone, okay? And that part is saying, it doesn't want to speak. What was it saying?
Talking about what shocks you about religion or Christianity, or about believing in the Bible, or
what made me, which over everything, what made me when I realized it didn't work. It didn't work. I spent all those years. Sometimes I would have a miracle, like maybe once every 5-10 years.
Yeah, so they're called
Something
miracles.
supernatural would happen, and then that miracle had to hold on to the next one, and I never knew. So I spent all of my time in Christianity wishing, and are you ready for a miracle? Ready as I can be. I've always felt ready and worshiping a God. But for me, this is my story. Don't get angry. I spent 40 years of my life in this, being a minister. So don't get mad at me. So for me, at that point, when I let that go, I couldn't do it anymore. So I went to the God of my salvation. And I said, look, you don't work. You don't work. You've given me a miracle, but I may not get another miracle for 10 years. What good are you if I pray to you and you don't show up? I'm hurting. I need you to heal me. I've been good. I studied. I've done everything you want me to do. And you still don't show up. I do everything willingly. I give everything to you, and no matter what I give, it's always full. It's never enough for you. And I'm not happy. So if you don't heal me, then you know what? I'm out. Sick of it. Tired, begging. I'm supposed to be the child of God. I'm supposed to be able to speak to that rock and it shall move. I'm supposed to lay hands on the sick and see them recover. I'm supposed to be able to turn rocks into bread. Mm-hmm. But yet I call a rock and it's set there. I speak to a tree and it looks the same next year. Only thing, it might be dying. I got fed up. 40 years, I understand how Israel is. 40 years, you don't believe me? I would pull out my birth. No, that baptism certificate they give you. 40 years of my life. And it worked once in a blue moon. Well, I ain't gonna get, when I say that could be 10 years, 8 years, don't know, you know. How many people I've known that died in the Lord, died of cancer, faith believing, dead. Yes. But I got tired, especially with my sister. Because as much as my sister loved the Lord and the Lord loved my sister was afraid to die. Now you want to see something. Look at a person that's afraid to die. In their right mind. That's true. And you talking to them and you're trying to encourage them and they can barely breathe. No, they can barely do anything and they still got to face their mortality. Yes. Deal with that. Yeah, that's wild. In their right frame of mind. See, I always thought when people die, they don't have their right frame of mind. I always thought when you die, huh? I said you would think that. That's what I thought. I mean, I've never really seen anyone die. No, I would have assumed that. Yeah, you just think, oh, they die and they not in their right mind. Oh, no. Until I asked the doctor, he said, oh, many people die in their right mind. I couldn't even believe that. They die with their mind, knowing who they are, knowing that they're facing the inevitable. That is, mind blowing. I couldn't even believe that. So this is what my sister was accepting. Mm-hmm. But because I believed that I had died and went to the other side, and I know that there is an other side 100% in my life. I mean, 100% in my soul. One time, baby Crone and I was in here and we was having a good time and I had a moment and I went through the darkness and I saw 1,000 heads. And those 1,000 heads was me talking all at the same time, but talking different. I couldn't even make it out because it was like but I knew each and every last one, but it was like they were just talking. And I just realized I was in a pitch dark and they were all me. So then I found myself, I wasn't even afraid in a sense, but I wanted to go. I wanted to go take me. I don't remember, you know what I was saying. Yeah. I don't remember what I was saying, but I wanted to go. And as soon as I went to this thing like I was in darkness or water, but it was like all black around me, a black like I never known. That's why I always talk about darkness, because I've seen this kind of darkness, but you're seeing everything. And through that darkness, there was like, you know how you on a ship and you're looking through this glass. And it was like, and I saw vibrant colors of red and gold, and the sun was shining so brightly. It was so beautiful that I was magnetized. And just when I was getting ready to go, and I was sucked all the way back to reality. So I knew that. And another story, but another time. So nevertheless, I've had these two experiences. That's just one, the recent one. And so with that, I have to coach my sister and be the one to say, do she stay or do she go? Mm-hmm. But should she stay or should she stay or should she go? The doctor's looking at me like, it's up to you, but she can go on like this for 3, 6 months, 2 weeks. He was like all over the place. And I looked at my sister, and I don't want to talk about her conditions, but I looked at her condition, and I saw her body shutting down before me. But she was in her right frame of mind. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's tricky.
So it ain't, and she's talking normal to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like she was hooked up to anything. Nope. She had an IV and her catheter and all that. But that blew me away, and because she died of cancer. So I didn't. I hope you all can understand what I'm saying. So on our last day, I said to her, I said, you don't serve God all your life. Now, I'm not there in her belief with her, but I said, you have served God all your life. They are going to be waiting for you. I said, all of our ancestors going to be waiting for you. And when you go to sleep, you will feel nothing. You will see nothing. You will know nothing. Because I made the doctor stand right there and tell her and me that she would feel nothing. She would see nothing. She would know nothing. She won't know if she had to go to the bathroom. She won't know if she was sick. They promised me nothing. And with those words, she said, okay. Our last goodbye was, you're going to be okay. I see you on the other side. I see you on the other side. You're going to be cool. You're going to be okay. I didn't even cry. I just walked away numb. Mm-hmm. And then when I came back, I saw her in the condition. And the next thing I know, I saw enough. Mm-hmm. It was done. I called her name. I tried to touch her. I shook her. I tried to not being a beast, but I did everything I could. So far as I'm concerned, on this side of the mountain, she knew nothing. Mm-hmm. She seen nothing. Mm-hmm. She tastes nothing. Mm-hmm. There was nothing but my sister. And there was a sense of, it's okay. And when I would shake her, she would go, so I knew, okay. But I knew she was going. Then again, I made my peace. I didn't have to sit in the room to the last minute. I left and I went home and she was gone. What do you mean with that story? My sister died believing. So I can go on a lot of reasons why I left a faith that's dead to me. Jesus said so himself. He saw the fig tree. He was looking for the figs on the fig trees, people. Okay. And there was no figs. He was outraged and angry. And he cursed the tree at its root. Mm. And when they came back, it was withered. So if something's not working for you, why hold on to dead things? It wasn't working. I'm looking at my sisters die. Something wrong. When we all worshiping, we all believing, we all reading, we ministers, we walking by faith, not by sight, counting on a miracle here and a miracle there and a whoop whoop here and a whoop whoop there. Are you kidding me? No. Something was better. Something was better than that. Say something.
What was better than that?
My last stop was Judaism. I love Judaism. I really did. Because at least they help you deal with death. You die, you're dead. They probably believe, resurrection, we all right. You die, you're dead. There is no rapture. There is no coming. You're dead. And that helped me. You're dead. No. If a great day come, well, we all come together. And that, for some reason, that feeling of no see, no hear, no not, like going to sleep at night. Mm-hmm. and just drifting off into a dream somewhere and hoping that dream is a good dream and not a nightmare, because we have nightmares. Or maybe having a dream where you done fell into a black hole. You know that dream where you flipped and you fell and you feel like you're falling? The only thing is you realize you're falling. Because sooner or later, death is going to meet you and say, I'm really here. Now we can wake up. This is Halloween.
That's true.
These are the spooky stories that the church don't want to tell you. No. But take Holy Communion and drink this fake blood. But it's not about the blood. It's the act of it. Just like when you see people worshiping Lucifer or Baphomet or whatever god. Lucifer's not the only demon. There are some demonic forces in the universe that can't even come here because they're too wicked. They are guarded by the goodness of the earth. See, this earth is like springtime, harvest time. It's got good and evil mixed all up together.
Yes.
And we're all bombarded as blobs in the universe, bumping up into one another, shining our light, and people being able, and the spirits are being able to see what we all about by the colors we glow. Am I right?
Yeah.
So when you think about these things, I feel like I'm talking, baby, come take over. You act like you just enjoying yourself too much.
Yeah, I am enjoying listening to your conversation.
But you're used to it.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, maybe you guys find this conversations interesting as well. Different perspectives.
Yes. And why I don't. If it worked for you, stick with it. But it's just like anything. If you're in a marriage and you've been at it and you've been tooling at it for 10 years. Okay, I'm being generous. 10 years. Because I think if you can stick it out for 8, you could definitely say for 10 years, I gave 10 long years. You can say that. But 5, come on. I mean, it had to be really bad. 5 and below. It's really bad if you leave. What do you think?
Yes.
Abusive of any kind. Abusive of alcohol, drugs, hitting me, profanity. Not no stuff, not no mean stuff, but really, really, where children getting abused, where there is just no way around it. That is what I'm talking about. What do you think, baby?
Yes, I do think that.
Now, on this Halloween,
yes.
What are we going to talk about? So, any questions? Anybody have anything for me to answer? You want me to go 3D? Do. I think that the person liked what I said about Eve. I made the story.
Yes, they did. They said that they did say thank you and thanks for the new perspective.
That's right. And I thank you, my love, because sometimes we're narrowed in the way we think. You got to think big. And most of all, you have to think that you are the creator and that you're here for an experience. This is just an experience. You're only here for a moment. Yes. And then you die. Just like did you know? What? Did you know that for every leaf that die off a tree, it withers and it falls to the ground. It crumbles and dies. But do you know, as long as that tree come alive, that same leaf with that same DNA. Tell them, baby Crone.
Yes, it's just if you, it's just like cells in your DNA.
Come on now,
replicating itself. But
that same leaf,
yes,
will be that same way. Yes. Come from that same tree every year. That same blade of grass. No matter how much, that same DNA will show up. That goes to show you that it's all reincarnation. Yes. You relive. I like to believe that when they were creating us, I believe because the Bible said we were created.
Yes.
It did.
We were created.
It said we were created. Now you can take with the story, but remember, created means to take nothing and make something, right? Or take a little bit of something and add it with this and make alchemy.
Yes.
The same stuff that they use for the Illuminati, they use it for witchcraft, they use it in the church, they use it in prayer. It's the same magic. Don't you sing in church when you go, tell the Lord to bless them, tell the Lord don't bless them, stand up. Don't you get to shouting? Well, same thing, right? Don't you pass out? Don't you do these things?
Mm-hmm.
We all have our way of doing it. And we look at it, oh, that's good, that's bad. No, it's how you're using it.
Yes.
It's power. The same power. The same power that it takes to turn on my light is the same power to turn on your light. But how often you use your light and how high you like your lights, that's your business. But we on the same source.
Yes.
That's how power is. It's like that. The secret is you got to figure out what your gift is. And you may say, well, how do I start? The first thing, what is the one thing you do that you're good at? That you're good at. No, don't come up and say, I'm a good singer, and you go, no, somewhere over the rainbows. That's not right. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's? Woo. No, no, none of that.
No, none of that.
None of that.
Mm-hmm.
None of that.
Miss
But sing. And if you can do that, and you know, how do you know when you're good at it? When everybody tell you. People will tell you. People will tell you what you're good at, and people will tell you what you're not.
That's
if you
true.
listen.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
People even tell you, okay.
Mm-hmm.
People tell you need to straighten up. Just a regular person. Somebody you may don't think know about music. You get offended and say, you don't know what you're talking about. And they be like, I know my ears because maybe they got pitch. Maybe they got something you don't have. Pitch. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They may not can sing, but they can go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E. They got pitch. Mm-hmm. You go A, B, C, A, G, F, P, E. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
They're gifts. You just, first thing, find out what is the thing you love to doing. And this is how you know you love doing it. Uh-huh. You'll do it for free.
That's true.
But the gift, it's got to be a kind of gift that comes from within, that is not about money. Ooh. It's got to be a gift, but you can make money with it, mm-hmm. But that's your choice.
Yeah.
And that's your conscience.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do it, and it's easy for you. Whatever. If it's laying on your back and sucking a pole, if that's what's easy, and you like, this is it, whatever. If it's like I like being a mama, and that just come easy, and I just love it. If you say I just like being a whatever. I done named everything. Mm-hmm. Whatever that is.
Yes.
And you find that you will do it for free. Because you love it that much. That's your gift. Now that you know that would be your gift, well, how do you know? First of all, then I asked you, was it something you could do and do well?
Yes.
That was the key. Mm-hmm. Then I say the second thing that you would know if your gift, not only that you would do it and do it well, you would love doing it. And I also said the third thing, you'll do it for what? Free.
Yes.
This costs no money. This ain't about money here. This is where you got power, where you say, I'm good at this. I do this for free. I love what I do. That's your joy. Mm-hmm. That's your gift. That's just one. Yeah, you find the first one, then you can look for the second one. Mm-hmm. But find the first one.
Yes.
And you know what your gift is because you'll do it for free. And that way you owe no man and no man owe you. Because why? Because you're working for them, because they paying you a fee, because they need you, because you're good at what you do.
Yep.
Because you're special. And because nobody can do it the way you do. Mm-hmm. Well, all I do is sew on fancy buttons, but nobody can do it on fancy little bears the way you do. And since he done put your little fancy little bears out, everybody want them little fancy little bears. And when that job is gone, and I think another thing with us with our gifts, I think sometimes we get complacent.
Okay, that's true.
Sometimes you got to move around with your gift, add on to your gift, even take a couple of classes, right?
Yeah.
Just to expand your gift, study it, know how it moves you and make you feel, mm-hmm. because it should make you happy. You'll know when something isn't right when you don't love it anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But your gift is with you always. So it's never going anywhere. But it's always there. Just like when I was young, I used to love to crochet. Oh my God. My mom would just buy me yarn after yarn. They just love watching me I would go fast for them. And I used to make Afghans, just all different kinds. I don't even know where I have a few of them, but I used to just click, 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 and just with my little crochet needle, looking at TV, little girl, just doing it. I was like, I started at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Wow.
14, 15, 16, about 16 years old, 17, about 17, 18, I started going away from it. About the time I'm in my 20s, I kind of like really started getting away. And it was just one of them things that I just didn't do. And even now, and then I started doing one blanket a year, as you know. Then I just drifted away from it. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't grow out of it. You may not need it anymore. But by that time, I found so many other gifts.
Yes.
That I could say, okay, that gift was good for me then, but now it's always there for me. So let's say something happened let's go deep. Let's say something happened in America, right? And what happens in America, let's say the lights go out, we got a little, people struggling and they just need people to make blankets. Well, that's a gift. I can help. I can make blankets.
That's true.
I can do that. Well, you can make, yes. I can do that. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right.
My gift came in handy.
Definitely did.
Well, or you see how this is working. So yes, I put it to the side, but then and you grow. Like there's other things I could do. Like I like to study. So they may say, look, I would like somebody who wouldn't mind just searching out things. If I say, here, can you search out when did the world get created or when did Santa Claus was invented? Here, everything you need. This is how everything works. You can sit in here as long as you want. We even got a little bed over there, cot for you, and you can stay in here. We got a cafe to stay open 24 hours a day. Tell me, am I lying?
No, you're
I
not.
can live there.
Happy.
I could live just searching out stuff. Don't matter. Just search it out and oh my God, I'm in heaven. Would that be true? But she can do it too. So she just acting like she can, but she would too. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
So say something. Don't let it be sleep. Why you look like you're going to sleep? You bored?
No, I'm not. On the cards, interestingly enough, speaking of America and the state of America, she was wondering if you could channel how Kamala feels right now dealing with what's to come. She's just curious.
I definitely can channel that for you. Give me a moment. Because I had to use old faithful crystal ball tonight. Okay, crystal ball, you're going to talk to me.
Crystal ball.
Now, what was her question?
Yes. How's Kamala
First of all,
feeling right now?
I feel nervous. Go ahead. Sometimes things come to me and they don't come the way that you want them to come. But right now, I'm nervous. I feel like she is so scared. She feels scared. She feels scared. She's fighting. She's leaning on her faith right now. She's so afraid. You never believe it. You'll never believe it. But I'm petrified. Talk. Ask me a question.
Okay.
I'm just telling because sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes it's not words. What's her question again?
How does Kamala feel dealing?
I think feelings answered that.
Okay, what's to come? Like what's with the presidential election? How's she feeling about that?
Afraid.
Does she feel like she could beat Trump?
Oh, at this point,
question.
At this point, honestly, tell you what I feel. I had to tell you what I feel.
Okay.
If she didn't win, I think she would find it a relief. This has been talk to me. This has been a stressful thing. This has been so hard. especially after Trump got assassinated. She's a woman.
Almost assassinated.
Right, thank you. And understanding that women are hated in a lot of parts of the world. And she's going in as a Black woman. If they didn't understand, if they didn't take Hillary, why would they accept me? I got Black men hating me for me doing my job. I got a book out there that's got something. I wasn't prepared to do this. This was supposed to be, And now I'm here. I feel the word set up. All in the cards, you could figure this. I feel set up. And you think that what's his name? The president? Biden liked me? With you? I'm nervous. It look easy. Every day I'm trying not to look like, what's her name? That white woman who said Canada. You know who she is. The one that they had running for the Republicans years. You know. I got to be on my mark because of who I am. This is stressful. I'm away from my husband, my family. I eat on the road. I'm getting things from men. I got to listen to the public. What was her question?
How does
that's how I'm feeling
about the upcoming election?
The upcoming election is a headache. Frankly, I don't really care if I win or lose. If that's not enough, I don't really know what else to say because I feel hot. That was heavy for me.
Ooh, all in the card says, I see a face in the ball looking.
Yes, we prayed for that.
Yes, we did. And she said, yes, I figured this was her feelings too.
Really? I would figure that. Because I know you, I know that you would. See, truth, no truth. Because if I was not being true, she would tell me she don't agree with me. But I'm feeling this one. This is what I do. I read souls.
Yes.
I wasn't thinking about this woman. And look, I'm trembling.
Yes.
I'm trembling here. This woman is still surging through my body. I let her come through because it's not her, it's the energy field. This woman is scared. And I never thought of it until now, how frightful this could be.
That's true.
No wonder they said, what's the name of the president? I'm in spirit. What's the name of the president now?
Oh, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is saying, boof up the military, boof up the people, boof up, what is it called? Security. Because he knows she's afraid. And as a president, I was like, why would he say boop? I was asking myself until right now. If I was thinking like this, I would have said it in the video when I just did yesterday.
Yes.
I didn't know. This is just the question. I said I was taking a break from channeling because I was just getting a little burnt out. And how I know, because I wasn't being able to hear clearly. So I knew I needed to take a break. And I was sleeping like crazy for the last days, even in the daytime. So I know this is really taking a lot of energy out of me. And so when I see things, I see things. If I don't, I don't. And what I don't do, I don't make up. But she was right there. Her energy was so right there that I was just easy to tap it. And what it's like, I could just feel her. Like I could see her. I could, it's like she's in me. I can't explain it. And it's like I'm outside looking at me. That's what it's like for me. But if anyone out there have this gift, they understand. That's all I got. But I know that this is what I know. I don't know what last days is.
Okay.
I know what the Christian faith say last days is. But last days to me is the end of something, the end or the conclusion of something.
Sure.
And so in the Bible says, in the last days, your sons and your daughters will prophesy. In the last days, your young men and women will see dreams and have visions. In the last day, they shall mount up like wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary and not be afraid. Mm-hmm. Where am I going with those metaphors? The end of a century, no, the end of a eon. What is it?
An age.
The end of an age. We were in the age where everything was hidden, the dark ages. Jesus dealt with the water. Everything he dealt with water. Pretty much in land, things that you had to dig, everything. Now we're in a new age, the age of Aquarius, the age of air, where those things that was buried now are lifting up and bones are flying all over the place. And we're having a hard time, and America is in flux. Why? Because we are turning into a new age and a new species. We are evolving, learning how to use our avatars and understanding how to use our fingers, understanding how to see out our eyes, speak out our mouths, understanding that we have the power to bring anything into existence. That's why they're dealing away with money. Because they know that there's going to be a people that can speak what they want and be able to give it. Just give them a bit of time. And anything they ask, they shall have it.
Sure.
You just have to know alchemy. And what is alchemy? The first thing you have to learn, believe in thyself, knowing that the power is within you. And when you feel something with your body, allow your mind, allow yourself, open up that third eye, allow yourself to feel what bothers you, what ache you, and go inside and do some cleansing. No, it won't take overnight, because some of this stuff is creepy and it's scary. Mm-hmm. Some of these things are memories from long, long ago. Like the time Susie touched you, or Billy felt you up, or the time you fell in love and they used you. The time that somebody dumped milk on you and humiliated you in the class. The time you had your mincy and it was all on your dress. Those times that have scarred you. Moments. You was 15 years old and wet your pants. Moments that have scarred you. Mm-hmm. You was in a fight and they pushed you in and you got so beat up and they all jumped you and you was there bloody with a broken nose in your vomit, and they left you there. Trauma. It's fear that keeps you bound. And until you can be able to face the darkness with it, this is the light work. This is shadow work for real. This is the high priestess. She's the one who keeps your secrets. That's why they have the magician as her mate. Because he can say, I can say abracadabra. Mm-hmm. Anything I want. All you have to do is what? Believe. In who? You. As long as you're praying to something outside of you. Who is the creator? You are the creator. And until that becomes a reality, until you go inside yourself and begin to understand who you are and understand the instrument and understand where you soar and hang around people that can go. I wish I knew people that knew something. The first person I met is all in the cards. And just by a phone call, she gave me the courage to move on.
Yes.
Even though if you look back at it, we were bickering.
Yes, you guys did.
And finally I just said, let her have it. It was love, though. It was not anger. And on top of it, she even left us a nice treat. Yes, she did. And see, truth, no truth. And I didn't like it. I was like, she don't know what she's talking about. But she talked enough to make me say, stop hiding. And that hit me like a grandma smacked me on my tail and said, now shape up or ship out. That's how I felt. And that was haunting me. I was walking around. I don't know, baby clone. I think maybe all in the cost, maybe we have to talk. I was really feeling kind of way about that. Not angry, never felt angry. I just felt like maybe she's a little misguided. But it was whipping me so badly until I had to face the inevitable. Either you use it or you lose it. Because when you have a gift like anything else, if you don't use it, if you don't play the piano for a long time and you don't practice, what happened to your fingers?
Yeah.
You forget notes. Mm-hmm. You forget maybe a song you knew. You haven't played that song in 5 years. You be like, oh, what that? Okay, this is how it is spiritually. Mm-hmm. I hope I'm helping somebody.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, we have somebody named Nicole James, who says, "Oh my God, I love you guys, and give
we
us
love
$2.
You very much." We gotta get a sound, and I know it'll be. That's what we'll make.
Okay,
we'll make a sound. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And also, the same person, Nicole James, had made a comment wondering. Sorry. That was wondering about. Hold up, where is it? I know I saw it.
I'm in my energy tonight. It is Halloween. Certain seasons. See, these days was not picked by an accident.
No, it was not. This is actually a very perfect aligned Halloween.
They are always aligned just right.
Right, with a dark moon.
Yep. Where it's getting ready to go under.
Yeah.
It's all planned. That's why you can get your calendar next year. You can buy a calendar right now for 2026.
So today's Thursday. Mm-hmm. And Thursday is usually the planet of Jupiter. Mm-hmm. I have to remember this right because each planet rules a day of the week.
Okay.
And Thursday, I guess, is a lucky day. Feeling lucky on Thursdays because it is ruled by Jupiter. So it's a very abundant day, very abundant in energy.
I am fanning myself because I'm hot. Excuse me. Go ahead, babe. I want to share something. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You was talking about how you hot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was hot. But no one, see, our audience is always skittish. But one day, you're going to say, oh, one day when I am so big and I have so many people, and I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. You're going to remember, I knew her when. And you could take advantage. If I can answer, I can answer. If I can't, I can't. Why can't you just come on and say, hey, ho, he, hi, ho, it's Halloween. Come on, it's Halloween. I wish I could play music.
I know. It's a very lively season.
You know what? Anyway, while we're doing that, I want to share something with you. A very long time ago, I got to get my glasses. I have to get my glasses. And this book was given to me. Well, it wasn't given to me.
I was wondering why you
in 1993.
Can I see?
I will in a second.
Okay.
And this is called, this was given to me. I bought this book, and back in 1993, I was I'm looking over at that counter. I was in a store, and excuse me.
Was talking.
Keep it going.
All right. So, being said, what is going on Thursdays? I wish I could tell you guys a little bit more about what the word Thursday means and what it can symbolize. But we definitely know that Jupiter, speaking along with the number 4, ironically, not Halloween, but Jupiter, which is the little 21 or like cursive H4 kind of shape is, we could think of that as like looking like the number 4 in 31, which adds up to the number 4 in numerology, which we could already talk about right then and there about how the 31st, even though they don't like the number 13 in reality and in real life, they flipped it though and made it the 31st and said that's okay to celebrate and nobody's going to notice it's 13 backwards. But either way, 13 and the number 31 both have to deal with stability, foundation, what you, going back to your roots. Even that's why in Halloween people dress up in costumes or come out as their authentic selves, because it's the one time you can be yourself and be who you are without being judged by other people. So with that, that's kind of that Jupiter energy about being out there, about being authentically yourself, being exploring whatever, just following your heart's desire, which is what all Halloween is about in spirituality, is finding what place belongs to you.
Very good. You held it down.
Thank you.
You did. Okay, so the news is your cat is stuck on the roof.
How does she do that?
I don't know, but that's what the deal is. I told you. So I didn't know how to handle it. I'm sorry. I had to get up and go and see what the ruckus was all about.
That's why.
There is a cat stuck on the roof. Your cat. That crazy cat. And so that's what that's all about. Roofs. Yes, stuck on the roof.
Second time.
Oh, really? She will come down. She knows how to get down.
Right. She knows. I've seen her get down off of this roof before. So I don't know.
Okay. All right. I said, she got to stay because we're live. I can't cut this. So I just let you know what is the ruckus. Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, I got this book in 1993. That was a century ago. Now, when I got this book, it was when I was in this bookstore in Ellicott City, Maryland. And they told me it's in Howard County. And I used to visit there all the time because it was always quaint. And they always said, this is 93. And so this is really quaint. And I felt, oh my God, this is, quaint and just nice for, And I just loved being down there. It was just beautiful at the time. So anyway, I was in the bookstore, those metaphysical bookstores. And they gave me this book. It's called The Cosmic Instruction Manual. An emergency remedial edition. And this book, back then, I read this book. It used to be my Bible. And this was before I was a Christian. So okay. I was always a believer, but I wasn't like a devout Christian where I got baptized and all of that. So anyway, no. Yes, I was. I was a Christian. Yes, I was. I was a Christian. I guess it wasn't, Christianity wasn't enough for me. So I went into this bookstore because I always liked those books. And even today, that's one of my dreams, to own one of those bookstores. Yeah. Because I think they smell nice and they sell so much beautiful stuff. But anyway, they sold me this book, and this lady was saying, this is the future. This is the future. You got to get this book. And since I love books. And so I got the book and I read the book. And what this book is about it's so treasured to me. Please don't use this. Please don't. Okay. And what this book is, a manual. And what this manual is, it tells you how to deal in these days and times. And it tells you how to deal. What part are you in? I believe I'm in triage. Because when you have triage get those ones that are very injured. Uh-huh. And then you can't take it. Who's that? Oh, take it.
Somebody's calling in.
Oh, yes, please. Answer. Oh, let me stop being a bossy person.
It's okay. Hello.
Hi, can I ask a question?
Yes, sure. Yes.
Okay, so
Turn the
I actually put it in the chat, but I can't hear you for my joke. So my question is in regards to this dream that I had. I'm not a religious person. I'm very spiritual.
Did you make up what she's saying?
Being Halloween, I also did an ancestor. Which is like forms of motivation and food. That's how I honor them today as well.
What's your question? Did she have a question?
Yes, about a dream she had. A dream interpretation.
Okay. I didn't make out what you said, so you're gonna have to help me, baby Crone. I like to think that I am, but go ahead. Let me hear. But I gotta be able to understand it. So, baby Crone, make sure you explain it to me.
Yes, I'm a religious person.
She said she's a religious person.
She's not a religious person.
Tell her to talk slower.
Could you talk a bit slower, please?
Yeah, of course. So I had a dream.
What's she saying?
She recently had a dream.
Message from the Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm. She had a She had a
dream from the Holy Spirit.
Hold on. You had a dream from the Holy Spirit. Did you hear from the Holy Spirit, or did you see the Holy Spirit?
So the way the Holy Spirit presented itself, it was just with life, and there's this energy that you can feel, which is unconditional love.
So she felt the Holy Spirit. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what was your dream?
So in the dream, I was given a basket, and it had mackerel, and I was
Tell her to stop for a minute.
Okay, could you pause for a second?
Pause. I can't make out what you're saying, so you got to give the baby time to interpret it. Go ahead. What's she saying?
Okay.
She had a dream about a basket.
Talk up so they can hear you. Go ahead. Talk.
Yes. So every time I ate from the basket, it had an abundance of mackerel, and it kept multiplying. And then it also had bread. So I was eating from it. And then shortly after I seen my mother, but she had this really, really strong smell. And I was confused.
Is your mother living or dead? Is your mother living or dead?
She's living, but the smell that I smelled was that of like, I don't know if I could say it because I know you guys are on YouTube, but it was a strong
foul.
smell.
It was very foul. It was foul.
I'm sorry?
It was foul, rotten fish. I got it.
Yeah, it was very foul, but it wasn't, it was like, have you ever, I mean, I know it's limited time, but it's as if you could smell the sickness off of a person.
Yes.
So the way that they showed it to me, they showed me an abundance of fish basket, me eating from it, and it kept multiplying and multiplying. And every time I looked in the basket, it was more, and there was more bread and more mackerel. Now, like I said, I'm not a religious person, and ever since then, today's even Halloween, so I did my ancestor altar, and I just.
Well, let me hold up. First of all, let's just get this fish out the way, okay?
Yeah.
So you said it was fish, but the fish have a name, mackerel. Tell me what mackerel is. What kind? Is that a little fish? Mackerels are small, aren't they? Aren't mackerels small? Do they use mackerels for sardines? I need to know about mackerels.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
So mackerels, I don't know what size. Before I go on, I want to know about a mackerel. And you said, what else about the dream? And they gave you baskets. And you said you had 5 baskets.
No, I didn't have 5 baskets.
Okay.
I had 1 basket.
And it multiplied.
Multiplying in fish.
You had 1 basket, but it kept multiplying in fish.
Yes, and I kept eating the fish and with bread that was also in the basket. And after I was done eating, more appeared in the basket.
Okay.
All right, so
and then shortly after, then that's when I smelled the foul smell, and then I was worried about, for some reason, my mother. But
okay.
The dream is just, once you wake up, it takes you out of it. So I wasn't able to fully understand. And like I said, I'm not a religious person at all. So I'm just.
So I think this dream. How long ago did you have this dream?
Day before, like today's Halloween, so like it was yesterday.
So when you had this dream, when you woke up, I'm sure you felt unease, correct? You felt unease.
I felt, not that I was unease, I was reassured. I felt reassured actually, but I also felt like there's something maybe that is not yet to come.
Okay, why did you feel assured when you woke up?
Because after I was eating the fish, I kept eating and I was content. And then every time I looked in to see if it was done, like, you like a child going back to see if it's
See,
all
I don't feel your dream. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. It is no way you're going to sit there and keep eating a bunch of fish. Tell me about mackerel, a bunch of fish and eating bread and not be concerned about your weight. You're not going to tell me that you woke up and you smelled death and that was okay to you. That's what I'm saying. You got to take me clear what you're saying now, because I really don't play with my gift. So tell me, what did you woke up and you felt happy? Good feeling, yes? What made you happy?
Yeah, because I kept seeing the fish, the abundance of fish. But then when for some reason,
every time she says fish, my heart palpitates. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I seen like my mother come to my mind, and that's why I was like, where's that smell coming from?
And you thought the smell was coming from your mom?
Yeah.
But it couldn't have been coming from you?
No, it wasn't from me at all.
But when your mother appeared, you smelled it. You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, so have your mother been sick? Before we go on, tell me what mackerel mean. What is is it small?
That is honestly a good question. They say they could be about 4 pounds.
Okay, so they big fish. Okay, that's all I want to know. Okay. Are they ocean, river? Where they come from? Wait a minute, I just want to know about this fish.
Okay, let's see. They are healthy to eat.
Well, I know that. I don't need that, baby. All I just want to know, is it the ocean? Does it come from the ocean? Does it come from the river? Okay, well, baby Crone working on that, because first of all, when you're dealing about fish, you're dealing with something that's under. You're dealing with something that is hidden, that is something under the ground. That's something that cannot live in the atmosphere. So this is something underground, and you are a land creature. So therefore, there is some kind of paradox going on. You said you didn't even know until your mother showed up. When your mother showed up, that's when you begin to smell the fish. Now, when we think of fish, we think of females. And when we think of females, we think of vaginas. Am I right about it? And we know that is one place that a foul smell will come from, that even smell unto death would be a lower region of a female private part. Am I right? Hello?
Yeah. So with my mother, she's dealt with heart issues, and you were sharing your story of cancer, and cancer does run in my family. So that's probably what it is that I was like connecting it to.
So while you're eating the fish, are you eating it because you think that it's going to come and get you?
No, in the dream, I was just eating the fish. I was very grateful for it. I grew up, obviously, not very wealthy child, so I was very neglected. So I grew, in the dream, I was very grateful for it. And then it's as if the dream kind of took me to another state. And then it was like I saw my mom walking, and then it was a smell. And I was just worried about her, but I knew that is not within that's beyond me at that point.
So it just seems to me that your problem is with your mom. And I'm sorry, maybe you don't see it when you, like I said, I can only tell you what a mackerel is. A mackerel is a big fish. So this cancer is something that just been in your family. I wouldn't say it's something new because it's in. So it's in water. Baby Crone was not able to tell me.
They do live in oceans.
They do. So that's deep. So this is something that come into your bloodline. This is something that's generational. That's a generational curse that's on your family. And so by you eating the fish, you're eating the fish in the content, hoping that if I eat the fish and eat it with bread, it won't affect me. I know that you don't feel that way, but it's no other way unless anybody out there can have a way of looking at it. But if you look at fish, it's a symbol. It's a sign. That's what fish is. And when it comes to women, they look at women as fish. When you think of the zodiac Pisces, it comes in two directions. So it's either yin or yang. It's female masculine. This is is a woman talking to me who says that her mother came, who has a problem, which is something deep like that deep in the water. I wouldn't say cancer, but unfortunately, we got big jumbo crabs that live right there in the deep issues of the ocean. So I definitely see that there is a family curse that needs to be broken. And I don't know how to tell you to broke it because I'm not somebody that you deal with, so I can't help you because this needs spiritual work. If you don't want this to come on to you, and I really believe that the fish was giving you content because it was a protection. I can't explain how that could be, but I do know this: the fish is eating. The fish eats. Am I right? Because it's a living organ. But because you said the bread brings life. And then you have water. So you had those things in your body. You had the water, you had the fish, just like a communion. You had the water, you had the fish, and you had the bread. But you said you're not religious. It's a lot of religious symbols in that.
I know. That's why I wanted to reach out to you.
Well, what do you think? I know I did good. How'd you like that?
It was amazing. And again, I truly appreciate your.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah.
You're just helping me show the world that I am who I say I am. You know, the world is
I know you are who you say you are.
Yeah.
I listen to you, and especially when you do your channeling. Oh, I'm here for all of it.
Thank you. But you know, sometimes the world is so used to being duped. The world is so used to just doing something. I will do this for free. But unfortunately, I can't always live off of air. Say that, sweetheart.
When you brought up, like, look for your gifts, I was thinking, I was like, well, what do I do for free that I would love to do without anyone asking? I'm like, you're just so right. That's exactly how I would tell my children also to look for their gifts.
Right. But what I want you to do is, I think that you, in my opinion, your problem is spiritual. I really do. And I know you got gifts. You have to find out what your gift is. You definitely have gifts. Yeah. Definitely there. And you are a seer. But in order for us to see, we got to be able to look at those things that are ugly. That comes with the territory.
So, the situation with my mom, though, she's had benign tumors and things like that. Once you have cancer for real, then it's like a whole different stage.
Yes.
But so far, it's always been like benign, but she's not an honest, forthcoming person when it comes down to anything with her. So I always worry, like, I'm going to get a call or something.
Well, you already prepared for it because you know how your mom is. So you already prepared. You done already had a dream. You already know she smell of death. Come on, let's talk about it. You already know she smell of death. You already feel it. You don't know if it's going to be this month, next month, 6 months from now, but you know death is lingering and you know that hope is up for mommy and you know it and you just going to have to accept that so you can go ahead and eat all those mackerels and you can sop it up with all that bread and just be bathing in that water. But the truth is, you know death is surrounding your mom.
Right.
And it's hard to deal with, but you know the truth. So just enjoy the moment you have with her. That's my read.
Okay, thank you again. Thank you, baby Crone.
You're so welcome. Next.
Bye-bye.
Next. How long have we been on, baby Crone?
Yes, we've been on for an hour and 30.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to wrap it up.
Yes.
Are you tired? I enjoyed this.
Yes, it was a very good reading.
Very good. And that was a dream interpretation. So that was good. I enjoyed it. This is long. We had a very long conversation. We talked about very deep things. I tell you, I came on here to talk about Diddy, but now I can't. I got to talk about that tomorrow because I didn't talk about it tonight. Okay. But that's okay because that's okay. It was Halloween, and Halloween had its stay. And Halloween had its say. And we thank you for joining us. Even if it wasn't Halloween, we thank you for joining us just because. Yes. And with that, we like to say, thumbs up. If you haven't, subscribe. We got a whole lot of good juicy stuff coming over here. This is your esoteric station where we'll always keep it as real as we know it. As real as we know it, and we know we're not the only one who think the way we think. Not only do I think the way I think, I really, really trust it. I believe in it. I believe in it so strongly, I don't believe I'm wrong. So let that tinkle your brain. And with that, we'd like to say,
Sunflowers!